Hello guys, so I have a message, right? And this message is about confident, self-confident. I know a lot of people these days confuse confident from trauma. You thinking that you're confident, meanwhile you're just in your trauma disguised as to you being confident. And most people, I think they know it though, the ones that are aware of it, and the ones that are not. This message is for you. I'm saying this out of experience. I've been where you are. Sometimes we'll show ourselves to the world as though, oh, we are so confident, we got it together, we're doing this, we're doing that. But deep down, when it really gets to it, we just want to scream, pull our hair up behind closed doors. And I'm saying this, as I said, because I have been there. I had to really understand what true confidence is from a deeper perspective, not just from the surface. And I see people doing what the things they do, like, damn, I'm this, I'm that, I got it, I'm like, the first question I ask myself is, what are you running from? What are you running from? I'm very good at reading energy and seeing people for who they truly are. That's one of the gifts that I realized very early on that I had. Like, I can go beyond what people don't actually see. True people. And it scares some people when they come around me. But when that happened, I don't judge you, because as I said, I've been there and I understand perfectly. You understand? I understand perfectly. We want to show the world that we are this, we are that, but deep within ourselves, we realize that we have childhood traumas, adulthood traumas, all of these traumas that we are so afraid for the world to think that we are weak. If we actually show it, then we bring out the side, this low vibrational side of us as confident. But the confidence is it comes from our ego. It comes from those traumas. It comes from that lower part of ourselves that we don't want to face. So what is the message? The message is, sometimes it's good to sit with yourself and be honest with yourself. Ask yourself those honest questions to really get to know yourself. Don't be afraid to embrace that dark part of yourself. And what do I mean by the dark part of yourself? The dark part of yourself are the traumatic part that you don't want the world to know about. My dear, we all go through shit in life. I have been through my own hell and back. But because I was so determined to heal myself, because I was so determined to really ask myself those questions that we normally don't ask, confirmation, and we are afraid to ask, I started seeing how my actions was playing out into the world. I started seeing it for what it was. Then I began to understand what true confidence is. True confidence is, it's not loud. I'm the kind of girl, when I walk into a room, baby, I don't care if you have models, you have Miss America, Miss what, when I walk into that room, my energy alone speaks for itself. I don't hear, oh bro, like, it's not loud, but because I walk into the room, the energy shifts, and I know it. Yes. So in other words, confidence is not about you showing off to the world. It's the energy you carry. Energy recognizes energy. It's the energy you carry. A lot of people are out here dealing with traumatic experiences and are not able to heal themselves. Not that they don't want to, but the fear of actually showing the world who you truly are is what keeps us stuck. But baby, I wasn't afraid to show the world who I was. At one point I was so afraid to show the world who I am. You know, open myself up to the world. But as I always say, when my ancestors, when that voice came, like, I didn't call you to shrink yourself. I didn't call you to be small. No, I did not call you for that. There's a lot of work you have to do into this world. So I didn't call you to shrink. You gotta stand out. Not stand out as though I'm showing off to the world. Not stand out as though I'm being extravagant. But baby, your energy will speak for itself. And that's exactly what happened to me. Then I started understanding what true confidence is. Yeah. if you're going through, I always say, like, when I speak to clients, right, they always ask me, "You're a therapist. You're gonna make a good therapist someday." And to be honest, though, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, because I realize that I will help people, not just on that surface level, but on that deep-rooted part of themselves, to fully understand why they go through the things they go through, how to navigate themselves through the world, and actually be able to express their truth. Because it's everything I went through, and I'm aware of how it goes and how it feels to, you know, show this picture of the world of that I'm this, I'm that, but when you are alone with yourself, you cannot handle it. You cannot handle it. It's not about showing the world of who you are or this and that. When you are with yourself alone, confirmation, when you are with yourself alone, how do you feel about yourself? Can you truly be honest with yourself and say, I feel heartbroken, I feel betrayed, I feel like my parents didn't put me on the path that I wish I was with them. I feel like my parents didn't love me enough the way I wish I was loved by them. I feel, you know, be honest with yourself, because trust me, it's not easy. And when you start doing that, trust, the emotions will come. The emotions will come, but that is the way you take in building real confidence. That's it. I just thought I'd put this out there. Hopefully somebody gets it. I know the difference between a confidence that is rooted in your higher self and the confidence that is rooted in your lower self. So we don't get it confused. When I speak to my children, and my kids be like, "Mommy," or my son, he'll be like, "Mommy, I don't want to go on the bus," you know, because people don't want to sit with me. And the first thing I tell him is, "Baby, really, I understand that you came into this world by yourself and you're gonna go by yourself. I know you're young. You will not understand this right now, but you will in the long run. If people don't want to sit with you, have it at the back of your mind that the people that will want to sit with you will find you. Will find you. No need to wanting to be running behind people to sit with you, baby. You're forced to be reckoned with. I know that. I know your energy. I know how you play. I know how when you want to be open, you're open. I know when you want to be loving. I know all of it. So yes, not every child can handle that, especially when they were not taught to handle an energy like yours. So don't feel bad. Don't worry. The friends that will match your energy will come along. And you start seeing him smiling. Okay, mommy. Yes, that's how it is. Nobody was there to teach me this. But as I grew older, I had to reparent myself. I had to relearn things for myself. And the more I do, the more grateful I became that I'm able to actually bring this into the life of my children. Into the life of my children. So I hope that somebody got the message, you know, and it do resonate with whoever is out there. Keep building that confidence within yourself from that healthy part of yourself, and release the things that no longer serve you. Okay? All right, now take care. Your frequency decide if you live in hell or heaven. You know, I always told you guys that this thing of what society has implanted in your mind to say or to think that heaven is up there and hell is down here, baby. Heaven is nowhere and hell is nowhere. Heaven and hell is within you, and your frequency decide if you're living in hell or heaven. What do I mean by that? For me, even with the little I have, baby, I am living in heaven. I feel abundance. I feel peace. I feel love. Okay? I feel all of these things. You have a lot of people here living in hell. And what is hell? When they go through karma, they are not able to keep a job. They are not able to connect with people in the more authentic way. Everything is just going heather scatter in their lives. They don't have peace. They don't have empathy. None of that. So you're free to decide if you're living in heaven or hell. But you see me? I have decided that as long as I live here on earth, I will create a heaven for me and my own to my very last day here on earth. Oh yes. A lot of you believe that when you die, oh, you're going somewhere or you're going to heaven. Baby, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. If you cannot actually create that heaven, heaven is here on earth. If you cannot create that for yourself here, you die, you're not going anywhere. Because when you die, if you're going through nonsense here on earth, wherever you're going to, you're still carrying yourself over there. So he's not going to leave you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not going to leave you. It's an energy thing, and it even make it worse if you're keeping your soul in bondage all the time. You think that when you die, oh, your soul now is going to go to hell. Baby, there is no heaven or there's no heaven or hell. It starts with you, right? Whatever you believe, whatever you're creating, the energy you're giving out. Another thing with tithes, they make you guys believe that, oh, you have to work your ass to stupor. After you're done working your ass, take 10% and go give it to God. God never told you that shit. God never told you, and God don't need your money. So why the hell will he say, bring 10% to God? Your 10% go to yourself. To you. It goes to you. Not some person who's asking money to pay their own bills, and you're there feeling broke. I don't understand people, man. I don't. God never told you that you should bring 10% to God. He never said that nonsense. Now, at least not the God I serve. But society, because they wanted to take your money, I said 10%. People don't know how 10% came to be. 10% came to be when the people that brought religion into the world, in their villages, when they were trying to collect taxes from their villagers, and their villagers didn't want to give them these taxes, so they used what they call the God spell. That's how we call it, the God spell. What do I mean by the God spell? The God spell is using God's name to force people to give them. So when they check about everything, okay, what can we do to make these people give us what we are asking for? God was the only one that came forward. The name that came forward. If I'm telling these people about this God, how he is, if they don't do this, or he's gonna punish them, of course it will create fear. And also put a little thing of, oh, you know, God loves you so much, it will create now some kind of peace, because, oh, I know that God loves me, but if I don't do what God is asking me, he's gonna punish me. So I have to live in fear and peace at the same time. And that is not what God ever intended for you. That is some bull crap, some bullshit. You're working your hard-earned money. Your hard-earned money. Instead of you taking your 10% and putting it in your own bank account, you're taking it somewhere else. To people that don't even do charity work. To people that don't even give their own tithes to the poor or to the needies. And you're sitting here convincing yourself that God said I should give 10% to God. I say sometimes, like, God, wherever he is watching some of you, if he can send his hand to slap, he will slap. For those who have ears, hear. It's as simple as that. If you have the ears to hear. If you don't, well, I just hope that this message that I've put out today awaken something in your spirit. It open your eyes to see that you have been living in a world that you have been programmed to do things that does not align with who you truly are or who God say you are. It does not. We are doing all of these things based on what we were told. That's it. The things we read, the stories in the Bible is how we should be living our lives here on earth. Oh yes. It's how we should be living our lives here on earth, following the teaching of Yeshua. Not that we follow and we lose our own selves. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And that is what a lot of you are doing. So there's no heaven anywhere. Let me just tell you right now. If you die when you have not created your own heaven here on earth, baby, you ain't going nowhere. Oh, trust me. It's still gonna be you in chaos wherever you are. The only difference is we will not be able to see you because now you have crossed over to the other side. The only thing that I say, we are spirit living human experiences. Understand that fact first. We are spirit living human experiences. And when we die, the flesh, this body, falls off. And we go back to our spirit self. So now ask yourself, where is that spirit self going? You were convinced to say, oh, heaven and hell. No. No, baby. If you're dying here, where do you think you're going? If you have different dimensions, because when you die, you've just actually moved to another side. It's like walking through a room, but it's in the same place. So start creating your heaven here on earth. That's the best advice I can give anybody. Start creating that for yourself. It's that simple. Okay? All right now. Y'all take care.